Time now for a tech tip brought to you by K&N, the world's best air filter.
This week's tech tip is the season's coming to a close. I hate to say it, it brings a tear to my eye. But you know what? We got to put these toys away. So the first thing I like to do before I actually go to summarize my machine is give it a good bath. Wash it, wax it, dry it off good. Take the grease gun out. Go through any grease zerk you have. Not all the sleds have a lot of grease zerks, but in the suspension it's important to force any water or moisture that's in those pivot points. Get them lubed up so next year when you go to take them out, everything moves nice and free. Just spray it down with a good lube. Spray a lot of your metal parts. One thing, don't spray the clutches. You won't like that later. Another real important thing is to stable the gas. Put some good stable. Try to keep this gas so it's good for the next year. Keeps it small, the firing ends in the fuel. Get it up on a track stand. Run it a little bit. Let it idle. Spin the track over a little bit too. Change any lubes like chain case lube. And on our 4-stroke models, I'd like to change the engine oil. You know, a big problem I see is mice problems. So do things to prevent that, from the good bounce dryer sheets or even some mothballs, something in there to keep the mice out. Pull the batteries out or disconnect them so any electronic things don't draw them down. Another thing is pull your belt off. Keep the black belt off your clutch faces. That way they don't corrode and make marks in your clutch. And lastly, cover it up. If it's a blanket, a sheet, or if you have a nice custom cover to put on it, keep the sun, keep the dust off it, just keep it looking good. And that's this week's K&N Tech Tip.